Thousands of creators lose their Instagram accounts for copyright suspensions every year, and most have no idea why it happens. No warning, no explanation, just gone. Now, you can get your account back, but you just need to handle it in the right way. Our firm has helped numerous influencers and creators recover their accounts after copyright strikes, and what I'm about to share comes straight from that experience. Real cases, real results. So let's go through the steps you should take if it happens to you and what you can do to make sure it never happens again. Let's start with how Instagram's copyright system works. First, you need to understand what you're up against. Instagram, or more accurately, Meta, is extremely strict about copyrights. With billions of posts uploaded every day, they have to follow copyright law and their own repeat infringer policy. That means if you repeatedly post something that includes someone else's work, like music, videos, photos, your account can be restricted or even permanently disabled. While Instagram doesn't publicly define a specific strike count, it does appear to use a cumulative system similar to the concepts you see on TikTok or YouTube. So every time one of your posts is removed for copyright, it adds up. And if you rack up too many violations too quickly, your account can be suspended and sometimes permanently. If your account was suspended, I get it, you're frustrated, but it's nothing personal. Instagram is simply enforcing copyright law, specifically the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which is known as the DMCA. When someone files a valid claim, Instagram has to respond, even if you didn't mean to infringe. So let's look at what usually triggers the suspensions and how to avoid them. So violation number one is unlicensed music in reels or stories. This one catches people all the time. You post a reel with a trending song and suddenly you get hit with a copyright removal. Unless that track comes from Instagram's licensed music library, you're putting your account at risk. What many creators don't realize is that businesses and monetized accounts actually have more limited music rights than personal ones. So a song that was safe to use before could now trigger a violation. So how do you avoid this? Well, I recommend subscribing to a royalty-free music platform. They usually cost between $10 and $30 a month. And that way, every track you use is fully licensed and you won't have to worry about copyright issues. Just make sure to link your Instagram account in the platform settings so the system recognizes your license automatically. By the way, Instagram does offer a free music library for business accounts, but the selection is pretty limited. If you care about quality and consistency, a proper royalty-free platform is the safest and definitely the smartest choice. The second violation is reposting content you don't own. This is something people do all the time. If you download a photo or a video and upload it to your own page, that can count as copyright infringement, even if you tag or credit the creator. Remember, giving credit is not the same as having permission. Copyright protects the person who created the work, not the one sharing it. Okay, so some common examples that can trigger the system will include reposting TikTok or YouTube videos, sharing movie clips, fan edits, or even memes, posting customer photos without consent, or even screenshots from other platforms. So here's what you need to do instead. Always ask permission. Even a short DM is enough as long as you keep a screenshot as proof. Use Instagram's built-in sharing option instead of re-uploading. Get a license for any music or clips used in business content. And always get your customers' yes before posting their photo. The third violation is using brand logos or product images without permission. This one often affects e-commerce sellers and influencers. If you post something that shows a brand logo, product packaging, or even recognizable character without permission, that could lead to a copyright or trademark claim. It happens all the time. Sellers using Alibaba product photos, logos and ads, or even influence collaboration without written approval. In order to stay safe, always try to use your own photos. If you're promoting a brand, make sure you have written permission or an email clearly approving your use of their content. And if your supplier provides images, ask for a release in writing. All this might seem unnecessary, but that proof can protect your account and your business if Instagram decides to take action. The fourth violation is AI-generated borrowed content. This one is relatively new, but it's catching a lot of people off guard. Everyone is using AI now for videos, graphics, even captions. and many assume that whatever AI creates automatically belongs to them. The truth is, the law around AI-generated content is still developing. In some cases, if the AI tool was trained on copyrighted work or used on licensed materials, what it produces could still infringe someone else's rights. On the other hand, fully AI-generated content might not be protected by copyright at all, which means anyone can technically reuse it. So until the law becomes clearer, it's best to be cautious. Always check the terms of the AI platforms you're using. Make sure the content is clearly licensed for commercial use. And avoid uploading AI-generated materials that imitate real people, voices, or brands without any permission. The safest approach right now is to treat AI content as a gray area and make sure you can show where it comes from and that you have the rights to use it. Now, if your account was suspended, here's what you do. Step 1, gather your proof. Collect everything: licenses, invoices, screenshots, DMs, anything that shows you had the right to use that content. The more organized you are, the fastest things will move. The second step is to file the appeal. Go to help.instagram.com and search "My Instagram account was deactivated." You'll find the appeal form there. You have to keep your explanation short and factual. Mention that you have proof and obviously attach it, and avoid any emotional language. It just doesn't help. Now, if your post was removed under the DMCA, you can file what's called a counter notice. This part needs to be handled very carefully. Counter notice is your official response to a copyright takedown. It's basically you saying, "This claim was wrong, I had the right to use that content." But it's not just clicking a button. It's a legal declaration made under the penalty of perjury. Once you submit it, Instagram will forward it to the person or company which filed the complaint. From that point, they have 10 to 14 business days to act, and they only have two options. Either file a lawsuit in federal court to keep your content down, or do nothing, in which case Instagram will restore your post or your account after that period ends. Because this step exposes you to legal action, I highly recommend speaking to an attorney before submitting a counter notice. A lawyer can explain the process, assess your chances, and confirm that you have the solid proof. An attorney will basically help you avoid turning an online dispute into a court case. If the claim truly is wrong and your rights are clear, the counter notice can absolutely work. Just take it very seriously and understand exactly what you're going into. If your appeal keeps getting rejected or you're facing multiple copyright claims, it might be a good time to bring in legal help. Our firm has helped many creators and business owners recover their accounts even after multiple strikes. So if you have any questions about copyright issues on Instagram, feel free to reach out to us. I'll leave a link below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.